Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray here on AM 790 in Memphis, Tennessee. Prime time here in Memphis from 9 to 10:30 every Saturday morning. It's the fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio programming. And we got a subject coming up on this segment that I know I've talked to this wonderful lady many times on Outdoors with Larry Ray, but I don't think we've ever talked about fleshy fungi before. And this is probably the first in 23 years of Outdoors with Larry Ray, but always a pleasure to talk to Joan Howe out of the Tennessee National Wildlife Refuge. Good morning, Joan.
Hey, good to talk to you, Larry.
Always good to talk to you. Let's talk about this. It's coming up on the 22nd.
That's correct. Not this afternoon, but next Saturday.
Next Saturday afternoon
at 1 o'clock.
At 1 p.m. And it is called the Fleshy Fungi of Tennessee National Wildlife Refuge. Tell us what's going on the 22nd.
Well, yeah, a lot of people just don't know a lot about mushrooms. They know the mushrooms you slice up and put in your spaghetti or whatever. But it is actually a fascinating organism.
Yes.
Matter of fact, it is one of the oldest and largest organisms we have on the planet. So they will kind of talk about that. The part that sticks up above the ground is actually their reproductive part of a mushroom, but the whole organism is a series of what we call mycelium that spreads all underground. And that can go for actually, I think the largest ones in California, it goes over 9,000 acres, this mycelium.
Tell me that,
there.
the biggest, Oregon, in fact. It's Oregon now.
Yeah.
And oldest and largest, 9,000 acres, around 8,600 years old. And so, I got a lot of friends that really hunt a particular mushroom to eat with. They're in the woods a lot at a certain time of the year. And I've never really thought about this as far as, a study of it. But at the same time, you got a couple of experts. I guess they're mushroom experts.
They are mushroom experts. Dylan and Mackenzie Fitch actually have a mushroom farm here in Dover, Tennessee.
Really?
They grow a lot of these mushrooms that are sold in Nashville for restaurants or farmers markets or whatever. And they know a lot about different kinds of mushrooms. And so not only will we be talking about the wild mushrooms that you might think about collecting, what can be eaten, what can't be, and identification and all that stuff.
Right.
But just fungi in general. It is a very unique organism. It's not a plant. It's not a fern. It's its own group of organisms there. And this mycelium, which is, if you turn over a log in the forest, there's kind of these little white spidery things all over it. That's the mycelium of some kind of mushroom. And it actually can communicate between mushrooms and between its host plant through this mycelium.
Amazing.
It's a very efficient form of communications, and now they're doing experiments where they actually grow mushrooms on a motherboard of a computer.
Come on.
And it's called a mushroom computer.
Come on.
And they're showing how efficient these mushrooms are at communicating, much more efficient than our zeros and X's or whatever they are that makes up the computer talk that they do. So, so all of that is just kind of a fascinating topic to me, and I think it's interesting to other folks as well.
Sure. And so you'll have and I know you've got mushrooms, I'm assuming, and this is a good time to you'll have a walk to walk us through what will happen. What will happen at 1 o'clock next Saturday then?
So at our visitor center, the program will actually be in our auditorium, and they'll have a lot to show and tell in the auditorium if a walk is not something you're interested in.
Yes.
So the program will start there, and then for those who wish, we will step out the door into the woods where we will go find some mushrooms, and they will talk about there's all different kinds of mushrooms, and they will talk a little bit more specific about some of the wild mushrooms that we have growing right out there on the refuge. And I guess some of these mushrooms are a different type, and the fleshy fungi are the type of mushrooms we think about, like the toadstools and the the spongy little mushrooms. So
well,
that's
your facility, folks. I mean, if you're looking for an outing, here's your chance next Saturday. It's what 2.5 hour drive, or maybe something like that. I'm not sure, Joan, to get up there to your wonderful visitor center that's. It's got the auditorium. As Joan was, I know the Tennessee Outdoor Riders. We were up there that one year, and you'll be blown away. It's right near Springville, Tennessee, right near Paris and that area up there. And I'm interested in, how did this come up? Did they approach you, the Fitches?
So no,
this is a cool thing.
Part of, I'm actually doing this interview by phone, sitting at Cross Creeks National Wildlife Refuge. This is one of our sister refuges in Dover, Tennessee, and their mushroom farm is one of our closest neighbors to Cross Creeks National.
Yeah.
So they have been a friend of the refuge and knew so much about mushrooms. We got into a conversation, and I asked, well, would you ever be interested in coming and doing a program? Because they do a lot with school children.
Okay, yeah.
And school children can actually shred up their papers in a shredder, and they give them the little inoculant for the mushrooms. And at the end of their program, the school kids actually grow their own mushrooms. It's really cool.
I don't know how many mushroom farms we have in Tennessee.
I can't imagine there are many.
I know there couldn't be very many, but this couple has been doing it a long time. I'm assuming, and right there, Dover is another interesting place to visit too. While you're up in that area, not only the battles and things that took there, but also Cross Creek is a wonderful National Wildlife Refuge thing. But this is just one of those things that jumped out. And Joan's always trying to come up with something. I know, and you've got other things. Down the road, what's happening?
That is just our first program of the year, but we have a whole year of exciting programs. For instance, we have World Migratory Bird Day on Saturday, May the 13th.
May the 13th.
You're talking about bluebirds.
Yeah, let me write that. That is May the 13th, because I've had some folks ask about that. That's a popular event, doesn't it? I mean,
and they can come and hear about bluebirds and actually build their own bluebird box to take
And we're
home.
getting them. I've had reports of some folks have already seen the bluebirds.
Yes, I have them. Matter of fact, we have a bluebird trail on the refuge, and I think there's already about 60 eggs out on that bluebird trail. Yeah, with some young already born.
So that's May 13th.
Mid-August, we have a hummingbird banding, which is one of our larger events.
That's a big event. Yeah.
So that's with
put it on your calendar.
Put it on your calendar. That's Saturday, August the 12th. And then this fall on October the 14th, which is the birthday of the refuge system, we actually are going to have a brand new event, Walk with the Wild. And this is a 5K walk.
5K walk, all right.
And so we're going to have all kinds of booths all through this walk. You know, you're going to be able to do archery over here. You're going to be doing a climbing wall over there. They're going to have a raptor program over another place. As you go down through your walk, there's all these activities that you can stop off and do all these things.
And that is, what date is that?
That is October the 14th, which is a Saturday. And
I'm getting a response from Shelby McCall, my show producer, because... Why, Shelby?
It's my birthday.
That's her birthday. Okay.
Yay! Well, that would be something to do
on my birthday.
Yeah, we need to let Shelby off for that Saturday. She can go up to October the 14th for this event.
That actually ends kind of, and it's sort of an afternoon walk, but it ends kind of right before the evening, and then the last thing, we're going to have an astronomy program. So that evening. So that's a packed full day.
You can go to, give them that website, Joan.
It's www.fws.gov/refuge/Tennessee. Spells all the way out.
Okay, and that's we're so happy to have Joan Howe. And Joan, give them the
address?
The address and the hours, because I know you're in Springville up there, Tennessee.
Right. So Tennessee National Wildlife Refuge's Visitor Center is located at 1371 Wildlife Drive in Springville, Tennessee. It's normally open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, but there are these special Saturday events. So check out our schedule of those, and we would love to have you anytime on the refuge.
All right. Joan, thank you very much for being with us. I thought it was a cool subject, and folks, we'll have this information on LarryRay.com. Also, with this Things to Do next Saturday, that's April the 22nd at 1 o'clock. Fleshy Fungi of Tennessee.
Come join us.
That's a great thing to do. Thank you, Joan. You have a great weekend, okay? Appreciate you.
Right.
Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
Larry.
All right. All right. Shelby's birthday, October the 14th. She's jumping up and down and throwing over there. I didn't know what she was talking about. Yeah. Okay. But that's a cool subject. And I was really convinced when I got that press release from Joan Howe. She's been there a long, long time. This is a wonderful place to visit, folks. If you're up there going to Kentucky Lake, if you're going to Paris Landing, maybe going to stay at the New State Park Lodge or go up there and eat or anything. Maybe you're going to want to fish with Steve McAdams or some of those great folks, the guides up there. Stop by that Tennessee National Wildlife Refuge. It's a cool place. The auditorium's great. They got a lot of exhibits and things to do. But this is for mushroom people. And I got a lot of mushroom people out there. I got a lot of birders out there that listen to Outdoors with Larry Ray. We talk a lot of hunting, fishing, but we also want to throw in some things that I think are pretty cool for you with that. So we're going to take our next break of the morning. We're heading over to Nashville to talk to a good friend of mine named Tom Atkinson. And Tom has written a book called 100 Things to Do in Nashville Before You Die. All right. Well, maybe he's going to do one on Memphis before I die. So we'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.